Welcome everyone back to Horror with Nadia, and today I'm giving a short review on Oddity 2024, now streaming on Shudder. But before we get into it, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. I'm so close to hitting my goal of 500 subs before Halloween, so every bit counts, and thank you so much for supporting me on along the way. Now, this video will contain spoilers, but I will timestamp it, and now let's get into Damian McCarthy's Oddity.
Could you open the door?
Now, Oddity is the story of Darcy, who, after the brutal, mysterious murder of her sister Danny, twin sister, she tries to uncover the truth. She's also a blind psychic medium who owns a shop of, well, basically oddities. And almost a year after her sister's murder, she decides to pay a visit to Danny's husband and his new girlfriend with the gift of the wooden man, which you'll see in most of the trailers. I believe you'll see it on the poster as well. Now, is this one of the scariest movies of 2024 as it's been marketed? In my opinion, no. While this could probably be better labeled as a thriller mystery with some supernatural aspects, this movie isn't scary to me at all. There's a couple jump scares. However, I feel it's pretty obviously set up for that jump scare, and it's pretty predictable at the end, even with the grand twist. Is it supernatural or not? It's a mix of both in this story, especially based off the ending and other aspects of the wooden man. While Carolyn Bracken, I believe, who plays both Danny and Darcy, does a great job at it, I sometimes find that when she's Darcy, she doesn't hold a strong presence in scenes, and sometimes I forget she's even in the room. Especially during times when Yana, I'm gonna get slacked, but Yanya, is dealing with some supernatural experiences happening to her. I forget that Darcy's like literally 5 feet away from her. Now, before we get into spoilers, I'll give my rating on this. I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10. It's not terrible, but it's not memorable to me. I wouldn't revisit, but I would tell someone if you've got nothing going on one night, you want to throw on an easy movie, go ahead, watch it. Now, let's kind of get a little bit deeper into the spoilers. So the ending of the story is pretty obvious if you watch the telltale signs throughout it, but it takes place as Danny's husband Ted is shown to be the one to plan Danny's murder by hiring one of his hospital orderlies, Ivan, who's really creepy, by the way, because he wanted to leave her, but didn't want to get divorced in fear that he would lose the house that Danny was working on in the beginning of this film. It was Olin, a patient of his, who overheard them, who tried to warn her. I believe everybody's probably seen that trailer scene where she answers the door. This dude with one eye blind is saying, there's someone in there with them. But I'll give it to her. Would you open the door to a stranger, let alone a psych patient of one of your husband? Probably not. Now, I thought this was going to be way darker. I love the small oddities of Darcy's shop and would have loved more supernatural instead of just the standard whodunit. One scene creeped me out. It's when Yanya was on the second floor calling Ted, talks to him, hangs up, looks down, and the wooden man is basically looking up at her. Now, eventually, Darcy confronts Ted. Ted does kill her and sends Ivan to basically clean up the mess. That's when the wooden man comes alive and eventually kills him. Ted is then sent this bell that you'll see in the beginning of the movie that Darcy had, and the movie ends with him sitting at the table and the ghost of the bellboy standing next to him. That's it. There's no consequences for Ted unless you count being haunted as a consequence. Again, while not a bad movie, not memorable again to me. And I now ask you, the audience, have you seen it? What are your thoughts on it? Did you like it? I really want to know. If you did like it, please give me reasons why. Let me know in the comments below. And as always, stay spooky.